Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you guys again. Today, April 15th, and it snowed. Which is amazing because I really need to mow the lawn. But I guess that's not going to go on today. It's actually still snowing as we speak, although it's not really sticking that well as much anymore. But let's go ahead and feed the tanks and we'll go from there. So once again, either I'm overfeeding this tanker or something, but something's killing the brine shrimp in here. They were great for a minute. Now there's only a handful left and there should be still a bunch in here. So I'm still trying to come up with a better option for raising these guys up so they can feed them more readily, but so far nothing's working. So I tried to put whatever brine shrimp I was able to harvest in here, and they're probably all gone already. How is there a shell up there? Anyway. This bumblebee snail is harassing this Recordia frag again. Probably after that lump on the top there, but for some reason he's always on the side of it, so. Other than that, not much has changed. Everything's doing good in here. Let's find something else to feed these guys. We'll try Marine S formula again today. Get a little bit of it out. Of course, they'll go run and hide as soon as I put the food in. There we go. Now they're eating it. And hopefully whatever brine shrimp are left in there go to the clown goby. Huh, he actually went to the surface to try and take a piece. That's nice. Moving on. Engineer gobies. These guys are ready for some food. Toss them in. They won't start to figure it out till it starts to sink. Now something really interesting is I don't see that Aptasia in there anymore. I don't know where it went. If it's still in there somewhere, I have no idea, but it's not where it used to be. And I can't see any with my naked eyes anymore, so who knows? Maybe it just went away on its own. Maybe it's still hiding in there somewhere. But there is a package on my porch today. I'm gonna go out barefoot in the snow and get it. And it's kind of wet. Alright, so it does have my name on it, so let's go ahead and open the sucker. So let's see what we got in this bag. I got Red Sea Aptasia-X, which I just told you about. I have no idea where the Aptasia went, so we're gonna have to put that on the back burner. What else we got in here? I bought all this from Saltwater Aquarium. And let's see what else. Got this free sample of ChemiPure Blue Nano, which I haven't decided what I'm doing with this yet. I was thinking I might put it in the brine shrimp tank to try and save it a little bit, or maybe in the cube. Let me know where you think I should put this. This is a free sample. You spend $50, and this is one of the free things you can get. But the third item is, get out here. This is the test kit I thought I was buying last time. That has the nitrate, nitrite, a whole bunch of tests in this thing. Let's go ahead and open it. Okay, so remember from that box, they're trying to lift it out of here by the lid, made the lid come off. Yep. Again, it's got test tubes that click into the top of it. And let's get the bottom half of this box out of here. There we go. That'll go out to recycling. We got our cards. We got our ammonia, nitrate, nitrite, another alkalinity, another pH test, which is just what I needed. But I do have nitrite and nitrate. Which is what I was after. About the only test I'm missing now is phosphate, and I don't know what I'm going to do with all my extra KH and pH tests, so whatever. Let's see. NO3, we decided that's nitrate. So nitrite and nitrate share the same reagent on this one bottle. I got a big syringe, a little pipette, instruction kit, a KH bottle. I got the ammonia test reagent there with the scoop. Nitrate, nitrite test reagent with the scoop. pH reagent. Ammonia test reagent. And finally, another ammonia test reagent. So we got what? A, B, and C to run the ammonia test. All right, well, now all we can do is compare these tests. So let me go get some water from the tank and we'll start running some tests. So while gathering my water there, I noticed something. One of my snails is upside down, so we'll just go ahead and flip them over. Like I've said before, anytime you find a snail upside down in your tank, go ahead and flip him back over, because he may not be able to do it on his own. I don't know how they survive in nature that way, but certain snails, particularly like this guy here, if he ever ends up laying upside down on his shell, he cannot flip back over on his own. If you don't flip him over, he'll die. And taking water out of that tank serves two purposes. The salt's kind of high right now, so when you take salt water away and you have an ATO system like I have, you know that the only water going back into the tank is pure RO, no salt at all. So that'll change your salt reading. So sometimes if you take like a big cup of water out like this to do your water test with, you maybe want to have another cup of fresh salt water just on hand. If you don't want to change the parameters of your tank, you'll just add some fresh salt water as you take your salt water for testing away. So let's get into this test and we'll start comparing between what the Apex says, what the API test says, and what the Red Sea test says. So let's go ahead and run the first test. So this is the result of the Red Sea pH test. Trying to compare the color. The color doesn't look like any of the colors it should look like. It looks like it's closest to 8.2, which I know isn't even close to accurate. It should be somewhere around here in this green range. At least that's what the Apex says. Let me go get the phone and we'll pull the Apex up on the phone and I'll show you. So here's the Apex on the phone. Looks like it stopped reading around 1 o'clock, and I'll have to reset the Apex again if I want to get a more recent number. But you can see I maybe 799 was where it was at. I doubt it jumped up to 8.6 in that time, or even 8.2. It's never been that high before, so the likelihood of this being legit is not likely. So yeah, once again, Apex disconnected, can't get into it. Sometimes what works with using the cell phone is turning off Wi-Fi and doing it that way, but I'll just reopen it from scratch and see if it opens. Yeah. See, I'm stuck. This 8.2 is the highest it ever was. But there's no way it should be 8.2. So I'm not sure how accurate the API or the Red Sea, pardon me, the Red Sea pH test is. But we're just going to go ahead and compare it to the API pH test just because. Why not? The API test's color matching isn't good either. Just like this color doesn't quite match what it's trying to tell me. Neither does this, but at least this appears to be closer to what it is. Closer to 8.0. So I think in this respect, the API test is significantly more accurate in reading your pH. I decided just to run through all the tests all in one shot because they all require extra time to develop. Oops. So the first one I did was the ammonia test, which eventually I did develop a color in there, but according to the API test, we're good. According to the Red Sea test, let's just put it over the color. And I don't know what that'd be, maybe 0.2, if that, if not just dead zero. So the tests seem to agree there. There's two later tests. Go ahead and give it another shake. But I'm getting absolutely nothing on nitrate. I mean, like absolutely nothing. There's not even a hint of pink in there. Which, of course, the API test agrees. The nitrite might have some more. Oh, wait, this one's been running longer. But again, there's not a hint of color in this thing at all. It's reading 0, which the API test agrees with. So maybe API and Red Sea aren't that far apart. I mean, maybe I bought another junk kit. I mean, maybe I should have bought the saltwater kit. Let me know what you guys are testing with, because I'm not getting any results here. Nothing says it's bad. At least, of course, this is all off the 250. So maybe we'll test the cube later and see if the cube has any results on any of these tests. But so far, nothing. All the water seems good. So kind of surprised I didn't get a reading on any of this stuff. I mean, thought I'd get some kind of reading out of it, but I didn't. Welcome to another day in my aquarium. My new guests have arrived at the house, and one of the things they noticed and first asked me about is, what is this thing on the glass? Well, you and I know what that annoying thing is. So we're finally going to break out this Aptasia-X and give it a try, since I can't find the other one. Okay, so here's what comes in the Aptasia-X box. You got your bottle of Aptasia-X, instruction manual, that's a box we don't need anymore, and a bottle with 2 needles in it. And that's going to be our applicator needle. So let me break this all out, and then we'll go ahead and try and kill that Aptasia in there. Alright, so to put this Aptasia-X on little Mr. Aptasia there, I'm going to have to turn off all the pumps. We'll start pausing the main pump. And we'll pause the wave pumps. And I gotta remember to turn off the freaking skimmer when I do that. Alright, so I only overflowed the skimmer a little bit. There we go. So since I could only see the one, I only put a little bit in here. And we're gonna go ahead and try and feed this thing to death. And that's it. You just cover it up with this goo stuff and that should kill it. Okay, so there you have it. It is now completely coated in this Aptasia-X goo stuff that they have you put on there. And hopefully this works. Well, the pumps have come back on. And I no longer see a sign of that Aptasia. So either it died immediately or it wandered off somewhere. Which I don't like that prospect, but whatever, we do what we can. I might have a line on some peppermint shrimp. And we'll see what it takes to get them. I will say, I don't know if I've come across the plateau in the cycle or what. But the tank looks absolutely great today. The sand, anyway. Even the rocks. I mean, there's less brown stuff. There's less green stuff. The sump's still a mess. It's actually much more of a mess than it has been. I don't know if you can see that brown kind of hair algae down there, but up here, it is clearing up. So, I don't know. Maybe we finally plateaued on the cycle, but I need clean glass, and yeah. So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, I've got a line on a couple of the fish stores are going to do curb service, so I'm going to try and get maybe some peppermint shrimp for the 250 and maybe some new fish finally. Sorry, these last couple of videos have been kind of spaced far apart, but you know, we're locked down. There's not much I can do, and now I'm living with other people that have more sensitive immune systems, so I'm gonna have to take it easy on trips out until this blows over. So until next time, I'll see you later.